Hello, I'm Chelsea Foster, and this is my Spider Scribe. I had my theme as shapes for the kindergarten. My language, social studies, and drama all connect. So we'll start with language. My title of my lesson is called Shapes in Space. What is a shape? Can you tell me one thing about a shape? Today we're going to read Captain Invincible and the space shapes. So my activities teachers will then provide them with shapes and let them cut out each shape. Students will then safely cut out their shapes. For mastery, students will be then asked to explain what shape this is and what it does and the relevance to the story. During this time, the teacher will have shapes from the story being cut out by the students. This will demonstrate the understanding of the book that they read. So then we'll go to drama. That is also called Shapes in Space. Teacher will read Captain Invincible again to the class. After reading this, read aloud. Students will then be inspired as a class to come up with a little skit to put on for their parents. Teachers will aid in writing the script and will ask the students to memorize the lines. Students will also be in charge of coming up with their own designing of their own costumes. The mastery is how we'll assess. Students will master their lines that they come up with, and also they will perform their skit to their parents. So art. So after they finish their big art gallery unit, students will then be headed to the local art gallery. From permission by the school and parents, teacher will take students on a field trip to the local art gallery. During this time, students will be able to explore all sorts of different shapes in the art world. We will need at least 2 parents to chaperone this trip. On the way back on the bus, teacher will ask the students what is one piece of art they focused on and why. This will be able to show this teacher that to assess their students with a critical thinking of their art. So then music, that title is called I Love Shapes, and they will be exposed to this YouTube video. With the help and guidance from the teacher, as a class, students will create a song using GarageBand. During this time, all students will participate in this activity. So this teacher will have this activity on the smart board or an Apple via their iPad. And then the teacher will allow each student to come up and pick a portion of the song and record this event. This may take more than 1 or 2 days for this project. And for assessing students, they will be assessing on the participation. Each student will participate in creating the song. After the finished product, this song will be posted on their class website. Science. The science is talking in this portion is talking about the solar system. They will be exposed to this YouTube video, which is pretty cool. All students together will, with their shapes, create a solar system. Students will be assigned a planet and will have to create a planet with items of the teacher provide. The teacher will just expose them to the solar system. They're not going to go into depth very much about it just because that's more focused on first grade. I'm just giving some sort of exposure to the standard. And then math. So this activity is called Shape Hunt. The shapes will be introduced by this YouTube video. Teacher will provide 2 and 3D dimension shapes all around the school that the students will have to find. These shapes will have an answer key. This allows the students to look specifically for a certain item, so they're not frantically running around the school grabbing every type of shape or 3D item. When students find the item for their 2 to 3D dimensionals, this will allow the student to show understanding each type of dimension. Student will then create a new shape by putting together 3 to 5 shapes that they have collected. to make a mastery shape. This one includes literacy and art. Students will be able to identify different types of shapes to create a new shape. I guess I really didn't go over each cross-curricular, but all of them have at least one or two. My social studies has literacy and art. Oh, I didn't go over this one. So let's go over social studies. So, okay. So every morning, students will perform morning duties. These duties include coming to school and taking their backpack off and bringing it to the classroom. They will then say the pledge and then start their morning duties. Some examples of these morning duties is a morning calendar. The morning calendar was created at the beginning of the school year by the students. Students had a chance to create a card for each holiday in each month. One student each day will assign to go to the calendar. They will say today's dates, then yesterday's, and then tomorrow. Students will pair a rectangle card to put tomorrow and yesterday's. They then will announce what their holiday may be happening the month and place a rectangle on that spot. So that deals with literacy and art, because they created the calendar and they're speaking to each child about different days of the week. For our language, science and art is talked about because of the solar system. For science, art and literacy. For music, technology. For drama, literacy. And for art literacy as well. So yeah, thank you for listening. This is my final project for kindergarten on the theme of shapes. Thank you.